Try it out. I'll see you the menu. You place an order. What's going on here? All right, I think I'm live here. I think I'm live here. Got it. I think I'm live here, homie. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna set this up right this time. Yeah, there you are. You looking good, man. Yeah. All right. I think I am live. I think we are live. It is Courtney Rollins and my man Q. I call him Q Sav, the youngest member of the Aqua team. He's not the newest anymore. We got an intern come in. Actually, I don't know. I don't know who younger is. Talima, are you older than Talima?
I think she is younger than me. Not 100% sure though.
Oh, so we got the old man Q now. Yeah. What's up, Justin? What's up, folks? Coming on Instagram Live. Do REI Deals with Courtney, I think it's, or do REI, with Courtney. And Aqua Team Live, and we all here on YouTube Live. My man Justin, it look like we're about to close tomorrow, man. So sounds good. I'm gonna check in again. I should have heard something back. They need to send us the HUD, HUD, so we can find out. So Q, when you are closing deals, the HUD, housing, urban development, it's just really like the blanket statement, like people call Tylenol, all the same thing, but it's really basically it details what the seller needs to pay, what the buyer needs to pay, and what the seller is going to get from it. And quite often, because we do a lot of assignments, it'll also show our assignment fee. So really important to like check that out, usually 3 or 4 days beforehand, so that the buyer can have their money in ready to go. So that's one of the parts of the transaction. But yeah. I'm happy to be with Q. He's well, like I said, a member of the Aqua team. And why don't you let him know what you do, Quentin?
Well, I do a lot of cold calling right now. I think I'm the main person on cold calling. But yeah, cold call. Try to draw up some leads and prospects and stuff like that.
Exactly. So they're like 3. So just to back up a little bit, the Aqua team, we're focused on helping people solve problems and create opportunities for income and wealth through real estate, whether that's income to the person who's we're selling the property to, or people generating cash flow for income, or creating wealth through like the property that they've invested in, and generate income for ourselves. And if we decide to keep it, generating that long-term income. So all around solving problems. And our primary form of doing that is sourcing deals. And quite often, if we don't keep it for ourselves, we're sharing it with other investors by locking it up, assigning it, and that assignment, that process, that disposition process is called wholesaling. And really, when we're talking about getting leads, there are 3 main ways you can get leads. You can market for them, and you can see like, billboard signs, bandit signs, commercials, things of that nature, where quite often you're bringing people in. Some direct to seller marketing is like, I would say direct mail. Maybe I want this direct marketing or prospect, probably marketing. Or you could be very, very proactive and prospect, what you heard Q talking about, where you go and cold call or knock on doors, or go find folks. So you're getting in front of people in front of the sales process. And one of my favorite ways is referrals. Somebody say, hey, Courtney and Q been so damn loud. The person I'm thinking about when I need to sell a property, or I need to get rid of this property or whatever, I'm going to come to them. And we get a lot of referrals, which is awesome. And our main way is getting cold calling. And my man Quentin is our cold caller. So he's the one who, after we get the deal, we generate our leads, basically for large part through driving for dollars, where we drive around. Just put a video out on YouTube, go check it out. I hope people want to see what driving dollars looks like. Some step-by-step instructions. Go find some properties that look distressed and skip trace those right addresses down, skip trace them. And then it goes to Quentin, the man, and he calls them up and qualifies them on the CPR time. You only been with us a short time, man, so I'm about to drill you, bro. When I say CPR time, what are some of those symbols or those acronyms stand for?
Condition, price, and was it reasoning? But yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, reasoning. Yeah.
Time. My bad. I jumped in front of you. See, I'm cheating. We bumping over here for him, but no, you got it. Yeah. Condition, price, reason for selling, and timeline. So, you can get a lot of dope scripts out there. If you ever need a script, holler at us. We have scripts available. We'll share with you. They even have like, some of the, obviously the reason behind it, some of the tone that you might want to have, but it all boils down to if you can get those really that are what is the reason they're selling? That is key to you finding out, do you have a diagnosis? I mean, do you have a solution to that problem? Instead of jumping in, hey, we can pay cash, we can pay as is, we can get realtor commission. Can I buy your property? Can I buy your property? It's like, no, let's have some conversation. Let's let them talk. Let's listen. Let's have some active listening. Shout out Steve Train. And let's see if we can be the ones that can be in that position. Because really, we're not convincing anybody to sell their property. They either got an issue and they want to sell or not. The only difference is, are we likable? Can we show that we're competent? Yeah, and can we get the job done? So those are two things. Are we likable and are we competent? Yeah. So Q, man, do you have the active listening book?
Yeah.
It just came in the mail?
Yeah, give me a second.
Awesome. Yeah, so if you're on my team, then you are a reader. Like we gotta read. Like we get to soak up so much knowledge of people's stuff. They get to condense it into a book, and we get to absorb tons of information. So one of our unique promises or things we have to do is every day spend at least 10 minutes of personal development. Most of us spend a lot more than that, but yeah. So we chomping it out. Did you just come today? Did you have a chance to even open it up? I don't, because
I know it came like 2 days ago.
Oh, awesome.
Day or two ago.
Have you been able to crack it open yet?
Yeah. I was trying to remember where I'm at. I think I'm in the middle of chapter 2, but
Okay.
the end, yeah, somewhere around chapter 2.
So what you think about it so far?
All I really got into is the introduction and then like the start, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like what he says. It's like some people don't understand the meaning of sales and they want like listening when it comes to sales. And like I remember one thing he said, they was talking about how after a while, once you hear a certain response to a question, or like somebody's about to ask a certain thing because you said something, after a while you just start like before they even finish having that response ready, and they can tell that after a while, like that you're not really focused on what they're saying, you're just predicting what they said and going off that. So I mean, it's just like I think kind of emphasizing the point of active listening throughout the first part. So I really like that.
So what are some, I appreciate you saying that, because I catch myself doing that so often, like, and a lot of us do that, right? Where it's like, we're not really talking, we're just waiting for the other person to be quiet so we can go ahead and say, especially like you grinding out, bro, you making 250, 300, calls, dials a day. You may assume that you actually know what the person is saying, but how could you help like the folks out there keep their ears open and not make assumptions? What are some tips you can give folks?
I think the first thing you have to do is just keep that in your mind that, you never know what a person's going through or what's going on in a person's life. Even if you ask 100,000 questions, you still won't know. So you kind of have to just go into it with that kind of blank state of mind, like anything could happen. It's all up to what I say and how they react, and it's less about what you say and more about how they react. So if you can see somebody's getting agitated by something, stay away from that. If like, I know, I had a guy yesterday and it was a really good conversation, but he actually didn't even own the house that I was calling about. And I called, and then we talked for a couple of minutes, and I was like, just asking him about things, and he's just going back and forth, and I was just thinking to myself, like, I remember 3 calls earlier, like somebody just yelled at me. When they yelled at me, I was like, oh my God, like this how it's going to be. Like, I think I only had like 2 contacts yesterday out of the whole day, and I remember when I contacted him, and I still try to keep that same up voice, and I noticed everything I was doing. Like, that's how you're supposed to do it. And after a while, it gets to a consistent point, but you have to be aware of it before it even happens. Like, because if you're not aware that it's happening, then when it doesn't happen, you can't, go in and solve it. So that's kind of how it's been. Yeah, that was a good comment. I think that's probably like one of my best conversations with a prospect yet, and I didn't even I think he said no to everything, but just
All
the
right.
fact that I was there, I was just like getting through everything, and it wasn't like I was rushing.
All
I
right.
took a technique of yours and I started breathing throughout the introduction. Like
What?
after I
I literally
after
just
I
wrote
say my
down
name,
breathing.
after I say my name, I take a nice breath and then go back in with the rest of it, like trying to just like make it less of a business transaction and more of a talk. So
I just literally wrote that down too, bro.
that's the main thing you gotta keep in mind. Just like this is a person, I'm a person. I am trying to either sell or buy something from you, but at the end of the day, you're a person. Let me talk to you like a person.
Oh man, so many nuggets right there, Q. So from the start, I hear, never assume what a person's going through. You never know what people are going through. I think that speaks also to whoever was, yelling or fussing at you, man. I don't like getting hung up on, but I have to recognize I don't know what these folks are going through. I can't, I'm calling them out of the blue, so I'm interrupting their day just because they answered. So it's not about me. Another thing that I heard you say that I think is really important to highlight is that like have a blank state of mind. Like don't, as hard as you can, make sure you are there to listen, not to like, oh, I got him on this, what I'm saying? You're there to listen. I think taking notes at the time will really help because you're listening and all. We got to be a little bit careful. We want you to take good notes, but not where you writing down what they said before and you're not, like we said, listening. But that's an awesome thing there. And then that whole thing about awareness goes into self-awareness, like knowing what your triggers are. Like I know I don't like getting hung up on. So if I feel something like someone's about to hang up on me, I start rushing trying to say bye beforehand, or I'll notice that when I'm about to make a call, especially a follow-up call, I may try to like have self-defeating doubts or assumptions. And I'm like, yo, I just got to remember that this person is a person that I can serve. And by serving them, I'm helping my great grandkids know my name. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping make that impact I want to make. So damn, if I'm gonna let somebody get in front of me. That's why I used to be like that in football. Like I'd be like, what? This dude think he gonna like stop me? I'm supposed to be scared of him? Like, ain't no way, yo. We both live, we both gonna die. And so I'm gonna hit him as hard as I can. He gonna hit me as hard as he can, and I'm gonna keep coming back every play because, like, it was just because sometimes I'd be nervous or afraid or whatever, but I have to remember, like, yo, I'm a human. So I love that you said that, man. You remind me of some stuff. And then the other two things is literally breathing, like catching yourself. Sometimes we be holding our breath, and sometimes it's really hard to listen and to have proper cognition that's really needed to be present, So breathing in and out. And then the last thing you said, man, you took all the notes, man, is the conversation, right? Just have a conversation. Make sure you're having a conversation, man. So, man, I think those are all great bullets, man. Shoot, that's dope. We don't rehearse this, man. We on here live, man. So you hear any of y'all, this brother's 18 years old doing his thing out here with so much wisdom, and anybody can talk to folks because we all, like you saying, Q, we all human. What are some like some of the obstacles that you might be hearing, or the challenges while you're on the phone that we might be able to talk about?
I mean, it's a couple of them. Definitely, like at the start, sometimes like I think this is kind of because of Mojo. I think you kind of get on the phone a little late, like during the hello. So sometimes it's like, they're trying to speak to you while you're doing your introduction, and like, you get that little bit of like confusion sometimes. And lately I've been just getting over that by just like, no matter what, continue what I was saying. I'm just doing my intro. It doesn't really matter. You said hello, and mostly they're just saying hello again. So, just keep kind of going with the flow.
I do the same thing. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
And then just some other issues are just like, when you get on a call and stuff, and it's, either a bunch of answering machines in a row, or a bunch of no's in a row. And, I know a Mojo because it has like 3 names up top. Once I start like not knowing what 3 names up top, because they'll like repeat a couple times anyway. Like But if I don't know any of the three names, that's how I know I'm not paying attention anymore. And I'm like demoralized in terms of like, calling and stuff like that. So it's just like focusing again. Do you got a smile on your face? No. Think of something happy. Get a smile on your face.
Okay.
What are the names? Remember the names. Practice yellow real quick. Get ready. Somebody's about to answer. And
man, what I appreciate about you, man, I was asking some of the challenges and you already are like thinking about, okay, here's the challenges, but then here's some of the ways I'm addressing it, man. That's a really, I think, a positive and success habit, that people have. Like, layering on your challenges as opportunities to figure out, okay, how can I overcome them? Not as excuses, no excuse lives, man. So that's dope. So I don't really have much to offer to you on that. I might look at switching over from Mojo, because no disrespect, Mojo lovers out there, but I've had that challenge before too with the little delay. And so that, as far as CEO, I'm supposed to help have systems that make it easier for you to do the art that you do. So I doubt it's gonna happen anytime soon, because I want you to get more and more comfortable with the system before you just got comfortable with it. I don't want to switch it, pull it out from you. You have to learn a new system. But yeah, I really like what you're saying about the getting back to awareness and having a positive thought and frame of mind so that you can be present for whoever you're talking to. I really like Bob Proctor talked about when he was overcoming his fear of, well, not say fear, he was trying to become a better public speaker, to remember he's only talking to one person. Like right now, this YouTube, if whoever's listening, that's one person. Or if you're on Instagram, whoever's listening to this, that's one person, and I think that can relate and connect to, okay, this person I'm talking to right now, this is one person who has a story, who has a life. Let me be fully, present and honor that place. Keep going staying present. That might be the theme for today. Man, let's do some role plays, homie. All right. I'm gonna figure out who is, what avatar I'm gonna be. I try to be a current. I did that one yesterday when I flipped through. Not yesterday, last week. All right, I got it. I got it. I think I'm telling myself I got it. But by the time you say hello, I'm gonna go.
Ring.
Hello.
Hello, Courtney. I'm Quentin with Aqua Team Properties. I'm calling about the property on at 123 Main Street. See if you had any interest in selling it.
Whoa. Who's this?
Oh, I'm sorry, Doc. I'm calling with Aqua Team Properties. I'm calling about the property on 123 Main Street.
Yeah,
I'm correct, right there. Yeah. I just wanted to see if you had any interest in selling it.
Well, how much? Everything for sale. How much you guys going for?
Well, we base our offers on the condition of the property, the time on the market, and your situation as a seller. So can you just give me 10 minutes, 5 minutes of your time to just kind of ask you a couple questions about the house and stuff? And yeah.
Well, what you want to know, man?
Well, let's start off with the condition. Have you had any major remodels in the last 5 years?
Nah, that thing is. Well, I think we had to go in there and replace the carpet once. We had somebody in there last year, but they moved out. But it's been, I think it's I don't think anybody been touching it really since then.
So you said you had somebody living in there. So do you usually rent this out, or this somewhere that you used to live at?
Well, we used to live there first. That's how we got it. But then my sister, her and her kids needed to have a place to stay. And I moved over to where I am now, and they just moved out last year. But I don't know. I haven't done much to it since then. Have you been over there?
No, not exactly. I kind of just got the list and got the address. But can I ask you about, you said you and your sister live there. Did y'all live there together? Did y'all buy the house together?
Oh no, I ain't living with my sister, man. Nah. I let her and the kids move there for a little bit, just helping family out.
Okay,
when they moved in, we changed the carpet. But yeah,
But
they're gonna have to do some stuff. Shoot, it might even be some squatters over there, some people living there now. I ain't been over there in a while, man.
Okay. And so I don't have any issues with, your anybody else being on the property. This is just your property. I don't need to speak with anybody else.
Well, I don't know if it was. Well, I own it, but I'm saying there might be some people living over there. You know how they do in Baltimore. People break in, and we had it locked up in the back. But I guess when my neighbor told me they saw somebody coming in and out of there, man. You know how them fools be doing. So I need to get back over there and board it back up. And,
That sounds. I mean, it sounds like a little bit of a hassle, if I'm being honest. Owning this property, like, you haven't really done too much with it. Like, have you thought about what you want to do with the house at all?
I mean, I own it free and clear, so it ain't doing nothing for me. As long as I keep paying taxes on, I might thought about getting around to fixing it back up, or doing what they do out there. But it's not really a place where you're gonna sell a property. I don't think people really buying over there. But I don't know. They say the market's hot now, though. How much do you think I can get for it?
Well, I don't know exactly from my end, but I can tell you that, yeah, your area is a pretty popular place to sell right now, and you could sell it, you could rent it out, you could do a lot of stuff with the house. I mean, you don't have to just keep it. I mean, you're talking about making sure everything's up to date. You can make a little bit of money off of it. Could be a valuable asset to you.
Then you got to work with folks taking your money and getting contractors and can't trust and all. I don't know, man. Well, what do y'all do?
I mean, just like you said, like, we know a lot of people had those type of troubles. So what we do is kind of be like the mediator in between that sometimes. And, we'll set people out with contractors if they want to, remodel the house, so we can set you out with a realtor if you want to put on the market. We're mostly interested in buying and, updating distressed houses, but from any point in the selling or the buying of houses, we can help you and help you make sure that you don't get done wrong, just like you said, because there's a lot of people that do that.
Okay, well, what you think I can get for it then?
Well, for the numbers, I'm gonna have to give this to my guy Courtney. I think you have given me a lot of good information to give to him to get a price for you, and I say he'll give you a call around tomorrow 7 p.m. work.
Yeah. Let's pause. Go back in and go ahead and reverse on him and figure out a way to ask him what he think. I don't want to say the words, but get that P. All right.
That's my part.
Ready?
That's my part.
Yeah. I mean, 7 o'clock. I'm not gonna be home tomorrow. You can call me sometime later on in the week.
Okay. Well, since it might take a little while to get to you, do you have a price in mind? That you would be interested in selling the house for?
Shoot, I don't even know how much they're going for, man.
Okay.
How much they're going for?
Okay. Well, like I said, I'll try to get you a number from my guy, and yeah, he'll give you a call later this week. How does this Thursday work?
Yeah, you call me Thursday. Call me sometime in the morning Thursday. I'll be here.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a call Thursday. Okay.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right. Peace. All right, my brother. I'm gonna get some notes from you, but good reversal. Well, as far as getting back in control, asking questions. Yeah, definitely. I think you're doing a good job talking. Maybe even just, ask him like in different ways. I want you to ask at least 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4 times. I think we talked about like the price. So just like a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about getting the price out of folks, I like the way you asked it right there. But you could also now come back with a quick, if we were able to take it as is, and pay all cash, how much would you want? That's another way. Boom. How much do you think it's worth? Now, I know I did come back saying I don't know how much it is, but you can still ask how much you think it's worth. That's another one. Okay. Do you know how much he owes on the property though?
That was a
So I'm
question.
actually, yeah, my bad, my bad. Did you remember the conversation? Because I did give you a clue.
You said you had to pay off taxes on it, right? But no, you said you were paying off your taxes on it. I didn't hear you say anything about owing.
Yeah, well, I might have said it real quick and jumbled, but I own it free and clear. So that means he doesn't should be a mortgage, but you can double check that too. Like, oh, so how much is the mortgage? That's either a mislabel, all that stuff. So that even if you know that information, so the best questions we ask usually are ones that we probably know the answer to. So like, so how much you need to pay off for it? Oh, own it free and clear. So, okay, I got you. So what would you looking for? What do you need to walk away to make yourself feel good? So and then I love again how you're going back. Well, my job is, collect information. When I know your range, at least I can share that with my team and we can figure out if we're even in the ballpark. So
That's
I
what I
know.
kind of go to. I try to go to like where I know my range is, and then once it's like, yeah, this is like a little bit deeper of a conversation, then it's kind of like I try to get that pass on the air.
I got you. So don't worry about so get a little more. I mean, maybe it's because we're role playing, but get even more comfortable getting uncomfortable, going back and asking them a couple of times in a very natural way. And what they're looking to get for, how much would they feel comfortable walking away with, if ideally, I'm not holding you to it, ideally. And I'll send you that spreadsheet again, or you can look on the script. There's some phrases in there that we have that work, and you can find your own voice since you know the theme of the philosophy
Yeah,
behind it. But
but
yeah,
I
man.
haven't really gotten those type of deep conversations yet. I feel like it's just
Yeah,
like get a little bit more experience with it.
yeah, you will.
I'll
You
be
definitely
good.
will. Well, you got a couple of new addresses today in the '06 zip code. So those are fresh leads that we haven't spoken to. And Salima, as we speak, well, I don't know if she's driving as we speak, but yesterday I started off asking to get 20, and she's going to start getting 60 real soon. So you have about 360 new ones each week. They'll keep adding up to call. Awesome job,
Sounds
man.
good to me.
Yeah, sounding good, bro. I might title this something like on YouTube, Teenage Wholesaler or something like that. I don't know. If you think of a name, text it to me in Slack. So I'll publish it later on so people can see and check it out. So we about to get off here. I'm about to get off for a second and then get to my calls. But I do got to say, if you're watching this on Instagram, or please follow. If you're watching on YouTube or Instagram, go to the YouTube page and subscribe. We're trying to build our subscription base. Be on the lookout for the Do REI Deals course that's coming out in a couple of months. I'm actually going to send it out to some close folks so they can try it out. Shoot, you might try it out yourself too, where it's going to be an A to Z. Do your wholesaling on your own. It's going to have tons of offers, tons of value, and it's going to be at I feel like a great price. And I want to see people just go out there and succeed and do their thing. So it's going to be great to be, like I always say, a part of folks' journey. Oh, we got Capital Dynasty in the place to be. What's up, Dr. Daia? Just getting off with Q. You should go back and check out this listing or this post on YouTube or Instagram. My man up here giving some great ideas of how to actively listen. Tomorrow, bro, 4:30, we'll be up here. Me, you, Brian, Rachel, looking at more of Steve Train's work, active listening, and figuring out how we can incorporate that. I don't know, man. You want to give anybody your handle or anything? I don't want to put you on the spot, but
Yeah, I just don't really do social media like that.
hey, that's all good. Well, that's part of the course too. Like, getting out there.
Yes,
That's
that's the next step. That's the next step in some stuff, but
yeah,
I don't know.
it's not for like your personal side. I can dig that. If you don't do social media, I can understand that. If you're like building an entrepreneur's mindset or a business mindset or a brand, you may not have to be on social media, but your brand's gonna have to be on there somehow, because that's the volume. You got to be loud, because there's a lot of noise out there, but you got a lot of value to add to the world, man. Don't be selfish, man. Don't be selfish. You got to put stuff out there, Q. People gonna be wanting to know what your experience is like and all the amazing things that you have that you're doing in the world, the experience that you have, bro. So yep. So what's up, Daia? I'm gonna hit you up a little later on, in fact. But I'm about to get off for a split second. Let my man Q go, jump on these calls, and then I'm gonna be right back on Matter of fact, I might just stay on, man. I'm thinking I'm gonna cut off YouTube and then keep on the do REI deals and keep making my calls. All right, brother. Any last parting thoughts for the folks out there?
No, just active listening, very important. And as long as you determine whatever you're doing, you're gonna be all right. Doesn't matter what it is.
Absolutely. Definitive is a purpose, man. Well, I appreciate you, man. And I'll holler at you later. Rising tides, man. It's all said.
Peace.